Welcome back to the DAWGCAST, a podcast for people who don't like podcasts. As always, I am your host, comedian, podcaster, and guy who learned that because he does the first two, that means he can never learn to DJ, Pat Moore Comedy. Joined, as always, by my esteemed co-host, podcaster, Pomeranian, and guy with a tiny bladder, Ozzy, Oscar the Palm.
Dad, I finally figured out what I want to do with my life.
Oh, okay, that's great. What are you thinking you want to do then?
I think I'm going to go pro in fetch.
What's fetch? I only know it from Mean Girls. Like, ooh, that's so fetch.
You know, like when you throw my ball and then I run really fast, like faster than a lot of the other dogs, and I grab my ball and I run it back to you. You know, fetch. I've decided I want to go pro.
Ah, fetch, like playing fetch. That, you can't really go pro in that, though. It's not a sport.
Not a sport? Are you kidding me? I'd like to see you perform a set of fetches as well as me. I am performing fetch at a high level.
No, I'm sure you're doing fetch at a very high level. I just meant that there's no league. There's no all-pro fetchers. That's all I meant when I said it wasn't a sport.
I am an all-pro fetcher, and honestly, try saying it isn't a sport one more time, okay? Try.
All right. I'm sorry.
That's right. And you could never have the athleticism it takes to track and catch a ball on the run, or the endurance to complete a full game of fetch.
Well, hold on now. I was a high-level athlete myself. I was a Division I college athlete.
Really? I didn't know that. What sport did you play? The only sport you look like you could excel at is beer pong.
I was a long-distance runner. Yeah, so I think I know a thing or two about endurance.
Oh, come on. Now that isn't a sport. Just running around by yourself, you need teammates for it to be a sport.
First of all, you do have teammates in running, but we're getting off the point. You say for it to be a sport, you need a teammate. Who's your teammate in fetch? Me?
Well, duh. You're obviously my teammate in fetch. I need to bring the ball back to someone, don't I? Although, I will say, I prefer when Mom's my thrower. My throw-to-return time ratio is way lower with her, but you're good to practice with.
What? I throw the ball way better than Mom. There is no way that she's better at playing fetch than I am.
See, that's exactly why you're my backup tosser. You see yourself as controlling the fetch, but an elite tosser knows it's all about reading what throws I need.
Yeah, but what if you need a long throw? I mean, Mom throws like a European. It's all shoulders and elbows, and the feet kind of move like a toddler's.
You're seeing it all wrong. You're the horse, and I'm the jockey. It doesn't matter how fast you are if you can't listen to my directions and let me steer you to victory.
No. It's more like American football, you know? I'm the quarterback, you're the receiver. That's what the sport of fetch is like.
And there it is, the sport of fetch. See, you're starting to get it now, and maybe someday you can turn pro like Mom and I.
Okay, fine, you're going pro, but you don't really think Mom is better at fetch than I am, right?
Look, obviously there's a lot of variables, you know. Is this outdoor ball fetch? Is it stick fetch? Is it indoor plush toy fetch? But yes, in almost every category of the sport, she is a better tosser than you.
There is no way she's a better tosser than me. I mean, does she even play indoor plush toy with you?
Look, it's fine. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. I mean, if it makes you feel better, you're a much better tugger than her.
A tugger? What's that?
Yeah, you're much better at the sport of tug-of-war.
That's not a sport. You know what? That's all the time we have for this week's DAWGCAST, a podcast for sports fans. As always, if you enjoyed the podcast, why not share it with a friend who you think would be a very good tosser? I have been your host and guy who definitely throws things better than his wife, Pat Moore Comedy, joined as always by my esteemed co-host and high-level athlete, Ozzy, Oscar the Palm. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.